Hi, this is Michelle Thompson, your academic and legal coach. I'm here with your Friday writing tip. This week, my tip is don't research and write at the same time. Do not research and write at the same time. You might be wondering what I'm talking about, so let me give you a little story. Here you are writing along, right? You've been cranking for, the better part of an hour, and you get to a sentence and you think, you know what would be perfect here? That little something from Habermas in this particular book or whatever. And so you stop writing, you drop everything, and you go trying to chase down either the article or the book that you think you need at that particular point of time. Of course, it's not nearby and handy, so you can't follow through with anything for 2 hours because it took you that long to find it. You come back to what you're writing and you have no clue what you were writing about or why you needed the Habermas quote in the first place. This is the problem with research and writing at the same time. You can't do both because you lose your rhythm, you lose track of where you are, and you jeopardize your crystal clear goal. So there are two ways of handling this. The first way is to handle it in the research phase. So Wendy Belcher, in her book, How to Write a Journal Article in 12 Weeks, recommends the following. As you're doing research and you see a really juicy quote that you think would be great, take a moment to write down the quote in your own words, so you're not plagiarizing. You write it down in your own words, and then write a little paragraph about why you thought that would be helpful for your work. And then when you have that moment where I just need to find this, you go back to your notes and you retrieve it. You can actually put these notes in Facebook, or not Facebook, I'm sorry, in EndNote, or other bibliographic software, because if you do it there, you can go back, find the citation, and find your notes about it. So that's what's really groovy about using bibliographic software, RefWorks, all sorts of things like that. So that's one recommendation. The other recommendation I have is this. Let's go back to my story. You're writing along, you've been cranking along for an hour, it's going great, and then all of a sudden you're like, I really, really need that. It would be great to have that Habermas quote. Instead of going to find the Habermas quote, drop a footnote. In your footnote, write why you thought it was so important and what you're hoping to add to your argument by having it. So that way you just keep going. At the end of writing whatever it is that you're writing, you can go back to all of those footnotes that are incomplete and then take the time to go chase down the Habermas thing that you were looking for. And then you don't interrupt the flow of your writing. So that's how I would handle that. Because sometimes you just got to have what you've got to have, and that's a way of making sure you handle it. But here's the other thing. As you're writing, you want to be crystal clear about what you're doing in that session. And I've said this in other videos about writing tips. And if you go chasing down some citation, you're not going to be crystal clear. And you want to make sure that you are crystal clear. One other thing, if you're doing this while researching, then you need to make sure that you have a site so you can find what it was you were looking for, but that should go without saying. With that said, I have a few announcements for you. Next Friday, you can find me on Periscope. My handle on Periscope is M. Dion Thompson, MDIONNE, and like Nick, THOM as in Mary, PSON as in Nick. That's my Twitter handle as well. I will be doing a live talk about how to manage the end of the semester and all of the crushing work such as grading, papers, exams, all of that stuff that we all have to do at the end of the semester. So please join me 2 o'clock next Friday on Periscope. Also on April 6th, next Wednesday from 11 to 11:30, I'm going to be holding my first Twitter chat. So with the hashtag #OneAcademicThing, we're going to be talking about what is the one thing you as an academic would like to see changed to make life easier for you as you do academic work. If you are in New York, I host regular academic writing meetups. Feel free to join us there. You can go to the meetup webpage to find out about them. I think that's it. If you want to know more about me, you can find more at my website, Michelle Dion Thompson.